Hello everyone, it's Sinar the GoPro Barber here for a second video. Last video was awesome and you guys responded very well. We got almost 1,000 views so far, but not much likes. Let's get the likes up, please. I don't get paid by likes, it just to show your support. Let's start subscribing, please, and liking a lot more. And the more you guys do that, the better the videos and the more videos that I post. Alright, so today my model is Silvio, one of my best friends for years. We're going to do a drop fade on him, otherwise known as a low bald fade. We're going to do a beard trim, and I'm going to talk you through it like I did with the last video, step by step. So I'm grabbing my clippers and my number one attachment. Okay, again, this is a 0 and this is a half, or closed or open, or 0 or 0.5. So these are your temples right here where your hair points out. A low fade or a drop fade is underneath the temple, a medium fade is right at the temple, and a high fade is above the temple. So we're going to stay low, as low as possible. So keep going with the same technique. You're pulling your clippers out. We're going to keep going low, as low as we can. Okay, and this is your occipital bone. We're staying below the occipital bone with this fade. We're in the process of growing his hair out again. It was nice and long on top, but we chopped it off for a change. Alright, turn him around. Okay, staying below. No, Sam. So just keep going with the same technique. Alright, so from 0, we're pulling back to the space that's right in between. A lot of people skip. They go from the 0 to a half. But you gotta remember, there's this space that's right in between. Okay, this is the space that creates that that line that you don't want. So you got to go back and you got to work right in between these guys here. Okay, so we're going to pull back just a little bit more, and we're working our way up. Alright. So comment in the section below if you guys want more of a beginner's class. This is more intermediate. Alright, we're going to pull back some more. Alright. Pull back all the way to the half, or 0.5. You see how the line is starting to disappear? That's because we're not jabbing the clippers onto his scalp. You're pulling out as you go. So in a slow motion, you're going in and you're pulling out. You see that? You see how the line starts disappearing all by itself? Alright, keep going with the same technique. Perfect. So we're going to get our number one attachment. We're going to clip it on, and we're back to a 0 or a 1. So any attachment that you put on, when this lever is at a close, it's the full length of the attachment. So this is a 1. This is a 1.5. This is always a half, no matter what number the attachment is. Again, we're going in and we're pulling outwards. Okay, the line is slowly starting to disappear. Same technique as we did when we started from the bottom. Okay, we're going to pull back a little bit. Stretching the skin will expose the hair, so stretch the skin a little bit more. Stretch it up. Keep going with the same technique. Okay, you see the line is almost faded. Pull back a little bit more and keep working your way up. So as long as you keep the 0 all the way to the bottom, you could work your blend upwards. And we're going to go in and we're going to lift our clippers up to save some distance. Okay, so step 1 is complete. We're going to blow dry the hair off of him. Now we're going to go back to blending his beard. We're growing the front of it again. We're going to go downwards. Okay, we're going to pull back. Pull back some more. And we're going to go with the number 1 attachment again. The reason why you're going down is to save some length, and that helps you blend. And alright, you guys saw that? Nice quick blend. We'll do it on this side again. So go back to a 0, we take the number 1 attachment off, pull back some more, okay, your number 1 closed, go all the way, perfect. Alright, you see that? Quick blend again. Now we're going to grab our edgers and we're going to go back with our edgers upwards. I personally use Wahl, and this is the Peanut by Wahl. Okay. We're going to come up here to the sides. This is just a rough outline, and we're going to line him up with the razor. All the way from the video. Perfect. We're going to start right in the center and work our way out with the blend. He's got some waves naturally, so you either work with them or cut them off. Perfect. Brush mustache down, comb everything down, and just clean up around the lips. Get the unibrow. And we're going to go in and freehand the rest. Just trying to blend everything out. Alright, so this is it so far. We're going to switch to an Oster number 2. If you don't have this specific model, just your wall, your regular wall seniors or the Taper 89, and go over this line right here. Okay. Okay, you see that? Almost gone. You're working up and out. All right. So now we're going to do some scissor over comb work. So we left off at a 2. We're going to go in and we're going to cut off anything that's sticking out that we missed with the number 2. Okay. Your general clipper over comb technique. So there's a term that I use for this type of technique. I call it phantom cutting. And it looks like I'm not taking much, but look at what's coming off. All that detail, right? So you got to be so precise and know exactly to take off that little and then work your way up. So like I said, it doesn't look like I'm taking anything off, but it is one of the most important steps, is to take off that little bit of hair that everybody else misses. This is just you customizing the haircut for your client. So we're not going to take anything off the top. Like I said, we're growing it out. Okay, so now we're going to go in, blow dry his hair, and do the final touches while it's dry. thinning shears or blending shears. And we're just going to go and soften all the lines that we left. Okay. With the same technique. Okay, nice smooth transition from the zero all the way up to the blend. Alright, smooth transition all the way around. Okay, now we're going to razor him up. Check if you left anything behind here. And before we razor him, I'm going to go in, get rid of all this excess hair. Perfect. So just apply it onto the skin. Comes out warm. Too deep because I keep it nice and thick. He likes his lines thicker. Okay, we're going to come on this side and the same exact. Make sure you stretch the skin. Okay. All the way down video. Perfect. It's very gentle. In this case, his skin is pretty tight, so I don't really have to stretch it much. If you have somebody that's older, you gotta stretch the skin. Alright, we're all done. Now we're just gonna style it for him. Thank you guys for watching.